Hey there football fans, and welcome back to Footy Today, where we bring you the latest football news from around the world in bite-sized pieces. Today we'll be discussing Manchester United officially putting Marcus Rashford on the transfer list, with the manager Ruben Amorim wanting him at the club as early as next month. Then we'll talk about the details on why Amorim dropped Marcus Rashford and Garnacho from the big Derby game over the weekend. Then lastly, we'll turn our attentions to the sackings of the Wolves and Southampton managers and who will be replacing them going forward. So buckle in and let's get started. The Guardian newspaper and respected journalist Jamie Jackson has reported Marcus Rashford has been put up for sale by Manchester United as part of a cultural reboot deemed necessary to transform the club after standards were allowed to decline for more than 10 years. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is intent there can be no passengers and is ready to cut his losses on Rashford if there are any suitors in January. Ratcliffe's view is to take short-term pain in pursuit of long-term gain. This was the reason why he also sacked Dan Ashworth just after 5 months of being at Old Trafford, as they couldn't get along. The Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim has decided Rashford needs to leave in the push to engineer a shift in culture throughout the club for football and non-football staff. United would actually agree for a cut price fee for Rashford. A move in January would be ideal, though his salary of £365,000 a week means only a few clubs can actually afford him. Rashford's relationship with Ruben Amorim seems to be distant. One of the potential options being considered by the United board is a possibility of a loan move with a mandatory purchase option at the end of the loan, a formula that would allow the club to free up space in his squad while receiving financial compensation in the future. So why were Rashford and Garnacho dropped from the Derby game over the weekend? The United boss Amorim tried to explain the reasons after United's victory. Amorim said, "Selection. We try to evaluate everything: training, performance, game performance, engagement with teammates, pushing the teammates up. Everything is on the line and we analyse everything. We try to select the right players. So this game was my selection, simple. I don't want to send a message to the dressing room that you can get away with things. The players know it. The players are really smart. Everybody understands my decisions and what I choose. This issue is just a selection issue. Of course the context is different between both players. We have to win games, and now it was a difficult situation. But like I said, I pay attention to everything. The way you eat, the way you put your clothes on, the way you go to games, everything. I then evaluate and make decisions. I have a lot of players to choose from, and today I made my choice." Marcus Rashford seems to have crossed the line with the manager, and the result is now him being put for sale. However, Amorim and the board believe that Garnacho is still young enough and they can help and teach him going forward, and there's a way back for him to play for Manchester United. So we focus now on Wolves sacking Gary O'Neill. Wolves have sacked head coach Gary O'Neill after Saturday's 2-1 home defeat to relegation rivals Ipswich Town. Speaking after the match, the English manager insisted that doubts over his future do not bother him. O'Neill said, "I'm not interested in my own position. I know the work, I do every day, I know the situation we are in. I know getting this group to perform the way they did takes a lot of work. People can point the finger at me, but sometimes the responsibility lands on the players. I'm comfortable with myself as a coach. My standards are always high. I embrace these difficult moments." Unfortunately for Gary O'Neill, Wolves have taken that decision to sack him. Wolves now sit 19th in the Premier League, 4 points adrift safety. He leaves after 11 defeats from 16 matches. They have also conceded a division high of 40 goals this season. The Athletic reporter David Ornstein says Wolves are working on the deal already to appoint Victor Pereira as Gary O'Neill's replacement and are ready to pay his £5 million release clause. So who is Victor Pereira? He's currently managing in the Saudi League. The Portuguese and his backroom staff are vastly experienced, having operated in multiple countries such as Greece, Portugal and China. Pereira speaks excellent English, and so does his backroom staff, so it looks like it's a good fit for Wolves. And lastly, we'll turn our attentions to fellow strugglers Southampton, who have sacked their manager Russel Martin in the wake of a 5-0 thrashing from Tottenham on the weekend. Russell Martin had attracted plenty of criticism this season for his rigid adherence to the football philosophy that had got Southampton promoted, despite the obvious and gargantuan jump in quality presented by the Premier League. Martin's insistence that his team play out from the back had been a major contributor to the eye-watering tally of 10 defensive errors leading to a goal even before the Tottenham game. This was as many as any other team in the league racked up in the entire of the last season. Martin didn't even see the final goal being conceded versus Tottenham as he returned to the dressing room early. Now Southampton have only 5 points from their 16 matches in the league. Now who's going to take over Southampton? Under 21's manager Simon Rusk has been placed as the interim manager until the club can find a permanent manager. The hot favourite at the moment is Danny Role. He was actually Russell Martin's former assistant. Role is currently at Sheffield Wednesday. However, we feel this appointment won't excite the fans as it's more of the same old stuff as Russell Martin. The other two big names that are being linked with Southampton are West Brom's Carlos Corberan and the unemployed manager Graham Potter. So there we have it. There are our stories for today. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it'll help our channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and we will see you next time for more Footy Today news.